Guys, I had to hop on here and talk about something that's sitting on my spirit this Thursday morning. I didn't even break out the fancy camera. I'm just filming on my iPhone. I just pressed record and I'm ready to yap, okay? I'm just gonna yap and post. And I think I need to be doing more of that. Honestly, I'm inspired by like 2010 Trisha Paytas. Obviously not as messy and problematic, but like, not every YouTube video has to be a cinematic masterpiece, you know? Like, sometimes I just want to yap and upload. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Here's the thing. What I want to talk about, most of you probably have never even heard of this content creator. So I'm going to be introducing you to the wild world of a woman named Molly Rudder. Okay? She is a content creator who lives in Buffalo, New York, and does series on her TikTok about her dating and her experience dating and just like general lifestyle vlogging kind of stuff, right? The thing about Molly Rudder is that she's kind of a mess. And I say that with like love. Like, I don't hate this creator. I don't feel any type of way in general. I do watch her videos. I do engage with them because I am interested to see what happens. Like, she went on a 6-hour one-way road trip to meet up with a guy that she met on Hinge, who was from the UK and was like leaving in a couple days. So like, she drove like 6 hours to meet up with him for no reason. Everyone was like, girl, what? And she's just like, every one of her videos that have gone super viral has been because she's making like mistake after mistake, crazy decision after crazy decision, and people are like how they are on TikTok, and they just want to hate. They just want to dogpile. They just want to tie you to a pole and light you on fire. You know what I mean? Like, that's really where a lot of her engagement comes from. In fact, I saw someone do a video on her, and I had never seen someone talk about her until like this one other creator, I don't know who it was. I saw a video that she made about Molly being like, I'm so invested in the crazy things she does. She's like Carrie Bradshaw, but messier and more insane. And like, she was just like, I can't believe, like, she gets so defensive too in these like terrible decisions she makes. And when people are like, girl, what? She gets so defensive. But the important thing that you need to remember for the rest of the story is that the girl that made this video about Molly was like, she wants to be a content creator, but when I, as someone who works in marketing, says this girl, goes to Molly's page and looks at her metrics, from what I can just see on her page, her engagement, like from what we can see in her numbers, the disparity is crazy. She has thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views and like no likes or comments. So that to me tells me, as a brand that's looking into this creator that, like, you know, seems like they have a lot of views, that people are just like hate watching, that people are just watching because she's essentially, whether she means to or not, content farming, right? So that's the gist of Molly Rudder. Is she's done a couple of like TikTok shop videos I've seen when I've gone to her profile. And it's like, none of those do well. It's not like she has those viral TikTok shop videos that like have hundreds of thousands of likes or whatever. So today, also she's a teacher, okay? She's a teacher in Buffalo, which honestly, when I think about how she's gotten away this long with being a teacher and having a social media like the one she has, it's baffling, because teachers are allowed to have social media. There are teachers that are, TikTok famous, have followings. Like, I have a mutual, Mary Fran, who is a teacher in Hawaii, and she has over 1 million followers, but her content is like based on positivity and love and joy and like talking about teaching, but like it's never inappropriate, you know. Molly's content is inappropriate for someone who's a third grade teacher. Anyway, I come across a video of hers today. Let me back it up. I saw a video of hers a couple of weeks ago where she makes a very vulnerable, real video that I connected to, as well as a lot of other people, where she's talking about how badly she's doing right now, how she's suffering financially and like really struggling, and everything is just like really bad right now. And a lot of people in the comments were like, yes, girl, me too. And in the video, this caused alarm bells to start ringing for me. She says that she's not sure if she should just stop teaching and do content creation like full time. So I saw that and I said, Mom, I don't comment on TikToks a lot in general. I definitely don't comment on, I've never commented on her TikToks. I felt pulled to comment on her video and say, girl, I am in the same boat. I hear you. I'm also financially struggling. But let me tell you, as someone who has been doing content creation full time for 3 years and has almost 500,000 followers, it's not worth it. Do not do this full time. The money is not here. The whole influencer content creator space has changed so much. It's so oversaturated. Don't do it. She didn't, if she saw my video, my comment, I don't know. She didn't like it. She didn't respond. That was a couple of weeks ago. Today, I am lounging here in my bed on a day off, scrolling through TikTok, and I come across a video series that she made. It's like a 5-part series where it's so dramatic. It's so funny. Like, it's like, I have big news. And the way that she like sits down and everything, like she like, you know, she like comes in from off camera, sits down and is like, and it's like, it's almost like she's like on a reality show and she did something like really, really problematic and now she has to like answer for it in her testimonials. Love it. Like, I think it's funny, but you know, so this whole series, the long and the short of it is that she is quitting teaching to do TikTok full time. The way that my stomach immediately fell, or pit in my stomach, I felt this immediate panic. Again, this does not affect me, obviously, in any sort of way. I don't know her. I have no personal investment. But I felt an immediate sort of panic seeing someone this many years into content creation and influencing being a job, quitting their stable job that I'm sure she has benefits and other, you know, like insurance, a 401k, weekends off, holidays off, quitting that job to do content creation full time. I immediately panicked and I commented again, being like, please hear me when I say this, girl. Do not do this. Do not give up your stable career, not even just a job, a career, to do this full time. The money is not here. It's not here. Especially as someone who's living in a marginalized body. Brands do not want to work with us right now. They used to, they don't anymore. I said, I used to make good money doing this. Nothing crazy, nothing insane. Not enough to have saved up enough so that I'm financially okay. I used to make good money doing this, not anymore. I had to get a job. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like, I just need you to understand that this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. You can't do this. You cannot do this full time. And I never had a job to give up. I started doing this during the pandemic when I was already out of work because of the pandemic. But to hear you are giving up your job to do this full time, like, I truly panicked for her. And I feel like, and you might be saying, Meryl, who cares? Again, this doesn't affect you. But I feel like there's still this disconnect with people that don't understand that it's not easy to be an influencer in the way that it's an easy job to make money. You know, like, you know how you think of a college class as, oh, that's an easy A. I already play piano. I'll take keyboarding 1. People think about that as like being an influencer is like, it's easy money. I could do that. First of all, most people can't. That's a whole nother discussion we can do a video on. Most people do not have the juice, do not have the special sauce to be an influencer. We'll talk about that another time. But it's not easy money. You have to know how to, if you want to make money on it, first of all, you have to sell yourself out. Secondly, you have to like understand marketing and capitalism and know how to sell a product. Every one of her TikTok shop videos I've seen, I've scrolled right past. And I always scroll past TikTok shop videos, but like if it was something that was at least eye-catching, I would go, oh, what is that? Maybe I can find it somewhere else, not on TikTok shop. You know what I mean? So like when to be a content creator, to be an influencer, you have to be influential. You selling me a piece of shit Temu handheld fan that I can get on Amazon for probably even less than you're selling it on TikTok shop is not influential to me. If we think about the influencers of yore, the way they were influencing us to buy $50 eyeshadow palettes, over hundreds of dollars shoes, clothes, like you have to be. I got cut off because I have no storage on my phone. But I was just saying that like you have to, so I have to speed it up. You have to be influential, okay? You have to have that little special something that makes people want to spend money on things that you tell them to. And the integrity of being a content creator and influencer has been highly corrupted by TikTok, because you know, you can't trust, the whole idea of you can't trust influencers because they, you know, they just want to check, they just want that bag. Because back in the day with influencers of yore, they would tell you their full actual review on a company because they were getting paid by YouTube, they were getting paid by doing this, doing that. They didn't require brand deals to have, you know, to make a living. Whereas nowadays, you know, you're scared to say any bad thing about any company because you don't want to burn any bridges. You don't want to, you know, like get yourself into a position where, you know, a company that would have worked with you won't. Anyway, I just like, I guess I just had to get on here and rant for a second, because I just like this idea that people have that you can make so much money off of TikTok is so warped. And like I saw people in her comments saying that they're like, people really underestimate how much money you can make on TikTok. No, they don't, or they shouldn't, because she was saying in her video, she was like, I make $1 per every 1,000 views. She was like, so if I have a video that gets to 1 million views, I make $2,000. Okay, most of your videos are not going to make it to 1 million views. I've only ever had like maybe in my 3 years, 2 or 3 videos get over 1 million views. And when you're in the creator fund, which I don't think people ever understand, when you're in the creator fund, your videos are more likely to not get that unless you are someone like Brittany Broski or someone like huge that people are going to watch your videos no matter what. Your videos are not going to literally be able to reach that point because TikTok won't let you. Imagine if they say anyone over 10,000 followers can join the creator fund, right? That's a lot of people on TikTok. A lot of people on TikTok have over 10,000 followers. Imagine if they paid every single person that is in the creator fund that's over $10,000 followers money. They would be bankrupt. So of course it just makes logical sense that if you are in the creator fund, they're going to suppress your video so that they don't have to pay you. I have been in and out of the creator fund, creator program, creativity beta, whatever the fuck, so many times, and every single time I've done it, they make a couple of my videos go viral, and then that's it. I was in the creativity beta program that was like trying to get creators to make videos over a minute and get paid for, you know, like if your video is over a minute and a second, you get money, you get paid. So one of the videos that I made with Carter, that him explaining Lord of the Rings stuff, went super viral. It got over 2020. I'm talking so fast because I'm scared my storage is gonna run out. It got over 2 million views, and I made about $2,000 something, the most I ever made from TikTok. And they tried to kick me out of the program for no reason. They didn't have a good reason. They were like, no, your videos aren't compliant with, you know, community guidelines or whatever. Meanwhile, I was like, not at all. Like, he's talking about Lord of the Rings lore. So like I appealed it, and they were like, oh yeah, our bad, you're able to stay in. So I got the money, I stayed in the program, but then all of my videos afterwards were killed. So regardless, people think, oh, you can make so much money on TikTok. You can't, unless you're someone that is willing to sell your soul to TikTok shop videos, or being on live all the time and like begging for handouts from people that are watching your live. Embarrassing. You know, like, why would you give up your what I wouldn't give for a stable job with benefits, where I have weekends off. I have to work on fucking Labor Day. You know, like, it's very humbling. I went from making a really good amount of money doing this job to now having to work on Labor Day. And I'm not disparaging anyone, that there's a lot of people that keep the world turning and work these jobs that are thankless. And I'm not saying like I don't deserve to work on Labor Day and there's other people that do work on Labor Day. I'm just saying, like, you have the option to stay a teacher and have all the benefits that come of being a teacher. Yes, teachers don't get paid enough. They are woefully underpaid and underappreciated. I am aware of that. But if your school specifically wasn't paying you enough money, move somewhere else. Like, figure it out. Like, there are teachers out there that are at least surviving. And the fact that she was not making enough money teaching and doing TikTok and thinks that she's gonna be okay just doing TikTok. And I think this is like not even so much about Miss Molly and more about this like epidemic of people not realizing that like this is unsustainable. You can't just quit your job anymore to become a content creator. When Michaela that does the makeup quit her Ulta job to be a creator, that was again at the beginning of all of this like influencer craze in like 2021, the very, very beginning of 2021, end of 2020. But she also already had over 1 million followers. I can't believe we're still here where people are like, yeah, I could be an influencer. I could be a content creator. Meanwhile, hey, TikTok is going to be banned at the end of the year. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Maybe someone will maybe TikTok will sell it to someone, but more than likely, it'll be banned. Then what, girl? You don't have She's like, yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube. That's the plan. I'm gonna make YouTube. I have over 500,000 followers. I only have like 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's not monetized because I literally can't. You have to be over a certain qualification to be monetized. I just feel like, you know, obviously doesn't concern me, doesn't affect my life, but I feel this like duty almost as a failed influencer to tell people, if you want to do this, do it, but do it as a hobby, do it as a side hustle. Do not make this your full-time job. You will suffer. Maybe she'll prove us all wrong and be a huge success. But something tells me that someone that is hate watched and has crazy analytics like that because of the antics and the hate watching, I don't know. I hope she proves me wrong, but I just can't sit back and watch people do this shit and ruin their lives. Obviously, she can go back to teaching. It's not that big of a deal, but... So, that was... I felt I had to come on and rant to you, so I hope you enjoyed. Love you!